Hi, Anti-Society. Welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we're going to be checking out Gahyun's unscripted anniversary video that she put out. I don't know. I'm just excited that she has a YouTube channel now because I'm excited for all of the Dreamcatcher members that are in their YouTuber era, but Gahyun especially, I was like, I need her to have a YouTube channel because she's always going on side quests and I need her to document them so that I can live vicariously, okay? So I'm very excited that we're getting to see her posting her own stuff, and it just makes me very excited to see what we're gonna get. I feel like this is gonna be more of a talking, chatting, catching up kind of video compared to a vlog or whatever, but I'm here for any of it. Also interested by the fact that we have episode 1. What does that mean?
사실 아이돌 친구들이랑 얘기할 때는 리허설 할 때 블랙아웃 된 적은 있었어. 너무 힘들었어. 불쌍해 보여? 알바를 예전에 했었거든요. 이틀하고 그만뒀거든요. 나랑 안 되지. 안 되는 건 안 돼.
맨날 저기요.
내가
저 못해요. 저 못하겠어요.
나의 못된 성격은 모두가 알걸? 나 6개월 쉬었잖아요. 일 끝나고. 나 진짜 이러다가
제일로 슬펐던 그 작년에 크리스마스 때 공연을 했을 때까지만 해도 못할 줄 몰랐거든요.
Yeah, I get that. I get, again, the kind of bittersweet, even going through some of the, like, Christmas stuff that I did this past December and everything with Dreamcatcher. I was like, I feel some of the sadness because I come from the future and I know a little bit more context to what's going on. So I get some of that of being like, yes, there's like happiness and yes, there's like a celebratory feeling to the whole release and everything. But like in retrospect, there's also this like undercurrent of like sadness and loss and everything. I'm excited. We're gonna get some insight.
나 너무 떨려 근데 약간 처음 하는 거라
어쨌든 자유롭게 얘기해도 되잖아.
첫 촬영이라서 이쁘게 보이고 싶어가지고
You always look pretty.
이거 맨날 너 이래 파이팅 이름이 뜨개질 시작했어요. 뭐 너무
I love knitting.
뜨개질을 시작했고 다이어트, 운동
I can help you with knitting. Just let me know.
스킨케어에 관심이 없었거든요. 중후반이 되면 될수록 관심이 생기더라고요. 요즘에 디바이스들 진짜 많으니까 디바이스들 관심 많아가지고 많이 찾아봐요. 체형이 스트레이트 체형이다 보니까 그런 쇼핑몰들 그리고 막 그런 건 해보고 싶어요. 그냥 뭐 친구들이랑 수다 떨고 이런 거 다 수요가 있을까요? 근데 궁금하실까? 내가 누구랑 얼마나 떠들고 이러는지. 후반이 된 지금 사실 아이돌 친구들이랑 얘기할 때는 크게 달라진 게 뭐 체력 얘기를 제일 많이 하는 것 같고
I see someone in their late 20s.
주제를 들어보면 결혼? 저는 결혼 생각이 없는데 근데 저는 전혀 결혼 생각이 없어요. 진짜 for real. 옛날에
I love it, like, for real. Yeah, no, I get it. As someone who's in their late 20s, I'm like, I used to do so many things in my early 20s, and now I look at it, and I'm exhausted just at the memory, the sheer amount of things I was doing all at once. Not anymore. Not anymore.
리허설 할 때 블랙아웃 된 적은 있었던 거. 그때가 난 제일 당황스러웠던 것 같은데.
So much work goes into
다행히 팬들도
rehearsing.
아무것도 없을 때였어요. 카메라만 딱 네가 나타나서 모든 게 이거였나? 센터에 서가지고 하는데 그때부터 기억에 아무것도 없어. 그리고 내 밀쳐진 기억 이렇게 있고 엔딩 딱 잡혔는데 빨간불이 하나가 딱 켜졌는데 아 지금 나 잡힌다. 그때 딱 정신 들어왔었어. 그때 말고는 뭐 프로페셔널.
Yes, but I wish that you hadn't gone through it.
진짜 타이트하게 막 3, 4일 빡! 이렇게 해야 되는데 저희 팀이 커버곡을 그리고 많이 한 팀도 아니거든요. 연말을 막 많이 한 사람들도 아니고 근데도 너무 힘들었어. 아 그것도 힘들었다. 나는 연말 너무 안 바쁜데 내 친구들 다 바쁘고 근데 괜찮아요. 그것도 몇 년 지나니까 안 힘들더라고요. 너무 불쌍해 보여? 안 불쌍했어. 또 크리스마스나 1월 1일을 나만의 시간으로 만드는 것도 또 그것만의 행복함이 있다고요?
Yeah, give and take.
알바를 예전에 했었거든요. 이틀하고 그만뒀거든요. 내가 그걸
Mood though.
아 사무직은 나랑 맞지 않는구나.
Yeah,
딱
me neither.
일주일만이라도 출퇴근하는 사무직을 해보고 싶다. 그
I've seen you try to work in an office job.
얘기를 꺼내지 않았거든요. 그때 알바가 너무
I was trying to catch your mind.
왜 이런 책상도 안 주고 쉬는 시간에 막 이상한 이렇게 상자 사이에 껴가지고 쉬라 그러고 밥 시간도 제대로 안 챙겨줘가지고 본인들은 다 먹으러 가고 나는 일 이제 끝나고 왔는데 뭐 일 이제 하고 왔는데 아무도 없는 거예요. 나 이틀하고 다음 주부터는 출근 못하겠습니다. 그랬더니 주변에 친구들이 다 너 그럴 줄 알았다. 이 말 듣기 싫어가지고 내가 열심히 일해보겠다고 한 건데.
I believe that too.
나만을 사랑해주는 사람들과 일하는 게 너무 다행이다라는 걸 느껴가지고. 에휴. 아.
She's so cute. All her little like mannerisms and like inflections and stuff. But like I totally can see her. Someone being like, yeah, we knew that you wouldn't last like more than a couple of days at this job. That she was like, I'm gonna try even harder then. And to be like, no, I can't. And I say that as someone who cannot work a normal 9 to 5. Okay, I've tried other than when I was teaching. But even that was like weird. I had weird hours because I worked like evenings and weekends. So I couldn't do it. I can't like clock into an office, clock out like that. It just, I'm not built for it. So I can see where she's coming from. She's so cute.
우리 헤어쌤이에요.
여기 뭐야? 여기 너무 좋을 것 같아.
저 괜찮아요 여기? 너무 막 턱턱으로 안 보여?
이런 것도 꼭
You look beautiful.
맨날 여기 조금만 더.
오늘도 엄청 시달리다 갔어.
이 정도는 아무것도 아니지.
옛날에 재밌는 썰을 제일 많이 갖고 계셔. 나랑
되는 거야?
안 되지. 안 되는 건 안 돼. 아니 내가 많이 유해졌나 봐.
유해졌지. 근데 애기였어요. 나쁘게 한 거 같고 되게 애기같이.
Called out.
지금도 예뻐. 나 오늘 왜 이렇게 부었지? 어제 뭐 먹었어? 이러면 아니야? 나 부었죠. 진짜 부었죠. 진짜 안 부었어. 아니야, 나 부었어.
The change of like intonation for it.
이제는 언니라고 부를 수 없잖아. 이제 안 물어봐. 그냥
언니가 뭐해?
아니
내 자존심 상하네?
들어보라고. 옛날에 그냥 다 언니 이거 해주세요. 저거 해주세요.
The defensiveness.
근데 이제는
옛날에 저기요.
내가 와 나의 이미지 막 그렇게 해버리네. 저기요. 저 이거 해주세요.
애교가 있는데 항상 자기 얼굴을 여기 이렇지 않아요? 막 질문하는데 아니라고 해도 아니야.
되게 맛있다.
이거 맛있지?
쌤이랑
The sudden change of topic. I love just seeing the dynamic. Like every time I have seen even like clips or moments where I've checked out videos that are like just Gahyun, right? And I see the way that she's interacted with people like behind the camera, other staff, or going on other shows and interacting with the people that are like hosting or there's like guests and stuff. She always just has such a good energy of making people feel, I feel like, at ease. Like she's always able to get laughs from them and like smiles, and it's really nice to see her with someone who like knows her a little bit better than some of those kind of off the cuff kind of things, right? Where you're trying to, I don't know, be entertaining and break some of the ice with these people that you don't know particularly well. It's nice to see some of the interactions with someone who she does know a lot better and has spent a lot more time with, and to see some of the dynamic. And love that when we were imitating Gahyun, I was like, yeah, no, I get like the mannerisms and the intonation. I'm like, I know it's a caricature, but I can see it in my mind.
처음 해본 머리들이 진짜 많았어, 그치?
진짜 컨셉이 있는데 안 하겠다고. 근데 반응이 좋으니까 자기 잘했다고. 내 공이 아니고 누가도 안 하겠다고 막 거의 울기세로 막. 저 못해요. 저 못하겠어요.
Image destroyed.
아니라고는 안 할게요. 사실이니까.
근데 진짜 그때 당시에 아무도 도전 안 하는 걸 했던 그룹이었는데 이슈가 안 돼서
참 슬프죠.
걔네가 하고 1년 뒤에 똑같은 머리들 막 나왔어. 진짜 맨날 아쉬웠어. 매번 할 때마다.
티도 냈는데 이끌진 못했다.
그건 좋았어요. 버스 투어 할 때 항상 아이스박스에
술!
열몇
That was very aggressive.
먹고 자라고 엄청 먹었어요. 그래서
다행이지. 우리 쌤들이 술을 되게 좋아.
좋아해서. 근데 채널명을 먼저 정해야 될 것 같아.
그러니까.
이 수단은 아무 의미 없는 것 같아.
원래 그래서 가토니 별명이 있어.
가토니도 괜찮은데.
내 별명? 너무 귀여워 보여.
I already know I come from the future.
애교서 빼고 말았으니까.
너무 귀엽지 않아?
I don't want it to be cute. Well, say it cute then.
가토니 할까?
그렇게 단순해.
복잡하게 생각할 일이 뭐가 있어?
그것도 맞아.
그럼 가토니 하자.
갑시다.
뭐야? 이렇게 딱딱?
응.
너가 느낄 때 너가 진짜 나만 제자리일 때 느끼는 게 있어?
있지.
진짜?
있지. 나는 최근에 진짜 많이 느꼈어. 나만 제자리인 것 같아. 왜냐면
Yeah, I guess you would.
일도 없었고 내 주변에
'Cause you don't have like the same goal that you're working towards, right?
일 끝나고 내가 한 8년 동안 열심히 일하다가 6개월 쉬는 거 아무렇지 않아야 된다는 거 아는데 너무 힘든 거야. 누워 누워있는데도 누워있으면 안 될 것 같고 뭐라도 해야 되고
It's hard to unwire that part of your brain.
계속 비교하게 되고 그래서 뭐라도 해봐야겠다 싶어서 해야겠는데 뭘 해야 될지도 모르겠고 해서 했던 게 알바였거든요. 얘기했어 아까 전에 이틀 만에 그만뒀다고. 포토북도 그래서 내가 딱 진짜 6개월 때쯤에 와 나 진짜 이러다가 더 동굴로 들어가겠다 싶어서 친구 꼬셔가지고 그 업체랑 막 컨택해서 포토북 찍고 이랬던 거였어요. 와 나 근데 포토북 한번 찍고 나서 다시는 혼자서는 못하겠다. 협찬 메일도 막 혼자 써서 보내고 의상도 내가 고르고 막 이러니까 너무
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
아는 게 더 많아졌잖아.
사람이 참 간사한 게 또 그렇게 바쁘니까 또 막
생각 안 나지.
어.
그래서 바빠요. 아무도 안 볼 때
I totally understand where she's coming from. Like, I say this is coming from someone who did a little bit of performance and everything long time ago. But there was a time when I was doing like crazy hours and getting up at 6 in the morning, going through like, I was doing like school at the time. So I was doing school until 2:30 and I'd have a half an hour break maybe. By 3, I was at rehearsals and then I was doing rehearsal stuff until 11 p.m. And I'd get home and it would be like midnight and I would just like shower, crash, get up again, 6 and do it all over again. And you just get into the rhythm of that because I've been doing like a run of a show back when I was doing like plays and stuff. I get to like summer where we wouldn't be doing shows and it felt like hitting a wall because I was like, what do you mean I just have nothing? Like I didn't even have school, right? I just had a couple of months where I had nothing that I needed to be doing. And I was just like, it felt so strange to make that shift. So I can understand where she's coming from. Of you're working so hard considering the amount of work and lift that Dreamcatcher had to do compared to people who have obviously there's still a lot of work regardless of where you are in the K-pop industry. Like anywhere in the Korean music industry there's so much work going on, but when you have a bigger company to do some of that work for you, it's a little bit easier, at least in terms of that aspect. You have to do all the, like she said, I didn't have to do as many like year-end stuff as all of my friends. I wasn't as busy as they were, so there's like a give and take of what you're busy with. But with Dreamcatcher there's a lot of stuff that they had to do on their own and promote, and they had to like take certain schedules to just get their name out there, right? Because you have to do whatever you can to get people to notice your group and go check out other stuff. So it's there's so much work that goes into it. It's so much of your life. It like consumes what you're doing. And then to just like be done and you're like, okay, I can rest a little bit. But then eventually you're just like looking around like restless because you're like, I don't know how to just not be working on this thing anymore. It's been such a huge part of her life for 8 years. She's like, I don't know what to do. I totally understand that. But I love that she's like, all right, I can't just continue doing nothing. I have to figure out some stuff to do. And that she was like, see, oh, there's a lot of work that goes into doing this on my own, but still wanting to find those things that are going to keep her busy.
제일 자주 하는 행동이 뭐야? 거울 보지.
난 밥 먹을 때도 이렇게 거울을 어떻게 먹어야 예쁘게 먹나? 이렇게 먹으니까
Eat in a pretty way.
이러면 이제 휴대폰 있잖아?
셀카야?
이렇게 먹다가 근데 또 이 휴대폰은 안 이뻐. 그럼 난 옛날 폰이 많으니까 또 이거 갖고 와서 또 이렇게 찍어보고 이렇게 찍어보고
너는 그럼 천사이
저렇게 찍어보고
Must be exhausting.
나는 셀카 찍어.
앞으로 일하면서 제일 지키고 싶어.
나 이거 근데 매번 내가 다짐하는 거예요. 욱하지 않기, 성질 죽이기, 예민하지 않기.
Sometimes she's a little too sincere, you know?
나 근데 많이 예민한 게 줄었고 많이 욱하지 않아졌고
I don't know. There's been some defensiveness.
예민하니까 많이 그랬었던 것 같은데 많이 줄었는데 더 줄이고 싶은 거.
그거는 이제 나이 들면 줄어서.
근데 난 나이
Yeah.
더 들려면 좀 멀었으니까 쌤보다.
싸우잖아. 아무도 안 보, 나오는 모습.
아무도
I like their
안 볼 때
dynamic.
나오는 모습?
아무도 모르는 너의 못된 성격.
나의 못된 성격은 모두가 알걸?
기억 남는 팬 말 중에 의외요.
의외였던 거는 딱히 없는 것 같고
어떻게 하면 기억에 남아요?
어떻게 하면? 나는 힘들었을 때 내가 힘이 된다는 사람들이 제일 기억에 많이 남는 것 같아. 어쨌든 직업이니까 열심히 하잖아 이 일을.
꼬리 가져오라고.
맞아. 이 일을 열심히 하는데 그 모습을 보고 힘을 얻는다고 하니까 너무 나는 감동인 거지. 그래서 나는 울었어. 눈물이 났었어. 뭔가 내가 이 일을 하는 거를 인정받는 느낌이랄까? 잘하고 있다고 확인받는 느낌이었어.
도둑이는
Yeah, sometimes that's, oh, she should get her bartender's license. Just that Not to jump ahead. I can understand that too. You're working so hard and you're so focused on something, right? Like she's talking about like the kind of work that she's done over the years. And there were obviously struggles. There were things that like they didn't get opportunities to do, other things that they had to take the opportunity that was presented to them, or like the schedules that were presented to them. And there's always going to be like ups and downs when it comes to any kind of career, but especially if you're in this kind of industry and you don't have the backing of a bigger company, but you're competing with people who have the backing of a bigger company, right? That there's going to be so much of that like up and down and like hard work that goes into it, that I feel like having someone be like, we appreciate what you're doing. Like what you're doing is giving us like some kind of like strength or motivation or just like joy, right? Like I'm sitting here laughing and smiling. I think there are many times in which I've watched something that is Dreamcatcher related and it's just made my day, or I've been having a bit of an off day and I'm like, you know what? We'll watch some like funny Dreamcatcher clips together and it'll be fun. Or people have said, even watching like my videos of Dreamcatcher, right? Other insomnia that are just like, I need a little pick me up. So it was fun to have this moment where we get to laugh together. And I think that those moments must be so reassuring that, oh, what I'm doing means something, right? Because when you're struggling and it's just, it seems like it's just all of this hard work and you're like, you can feel like you've lost that North Star. What am I even doing? And to have someone just be like, this made my day better. Sometimes that's all you need. This actually does mean something. Like I'm not just like spinning my wheels and being exhausted. There's like actually someone on the other side of this that I'm reaching and that I'm bringing comfort to. So I like, that's the thing that she like remembers the most. They're talking about like not losing like the sincerity, I think is really in line with who she is. I don't know if she could, because like she's not very good at hiding what's going on in her head. She's very expressive and I feel like we all know what she's thinking, even if she doesn't say it out loud.
진짜 해봤어. 도전하는. 이거 필 먼저 따놔야지. 한 5번 떨어져.
연출이야?
근데 10번 떨어지면 어떡해?
나 공부 잘해.
진짜?
머리가 지금 많이
Not
굳어지면 공부
convincing.
잘해.
진짜?
1등.
정규?
어.
She's so defensive. She's like, excuse me.
단상 위에까지 가서 상을 받았거든요. 근데 아무도 올라와서 날 안 찍어주는 거야. 근데 왜냐면 내가 한림 나왔으니까. 근데 그때 다현이랑 같이 졸업을 했거든. 그래서 기자님들이 진짜 많았어요. 기자님들이 진짜 많았는데 내가 단상 위에 올라가서 상을 받았는데 아무도.
Oh
근데
no.
내가 딱 데뷔한 3주인가 4주 있다 왔거든.
I bet there's hopes though.
한림예고 성적 우수사로 졸업. 표창장.
네 얼굴이 없으면 넌 지금 못하잖아.
근데 이거는
I like that we have a picture ready. We're like, excuse me.
이런 거 찍어볼까 봐. 관리하는 방법, 나의 관리 루틴.
아이돌 때는
안 먹었어.
You should.
그게 안 돼요. 굶는 게. 나 이거 계속 보면서 저 이뻐요? 저 이뻐요? 이랬는데 편집자님이 이러는 거야. 그래서 아닌가 봐. 이뻐요. 저 너무 부해 보이지 않아요? 그러면 좀 이렇게 줄여주세요. 이랬더니 안 줄여진대. 나도 모르는 나의 모습을 찾아보야.
You look great.
카툰이 기대
Regardless.
많이 해주시고요. 재밌는 거.
She's so cute.
어떡해.
The please look kindly.
이현원이다.
Little side moment.
V앱 하는 쪽에 나 옛날 사람이다. V앱이란 거고.
야, 너 왜 그때 V앱을 할 때 너 나한테 말했어? 요새 V앱 없어.
I love the bickering energy.
옛날 사람을 그래서. 그러니까 옛날 사람이라고 인지하고 있는 거야 내가. 아니 나는 내가 얘기한 거
알아,
이거
봤어.
큰 얘기하는
근데
거야.
그거
Like, is it just me or is there strong sibling energy? These two. Because I just feel like, as someone with a sibling, this is how we would operate stuff. Like, one of us would be trying to do some kind of simple task, and like my brother will be like struggling, and I'm like, have you never worked a phone before? Like, what are we doing? All the time. Like, every time we want to watch, we'll watch a film, right? And this happens every time when I'm at my parents' house. We usually put a film on because we're all like film junkies. And every time no one can figure out how the DVD player works, even though we grew up when like DVD players were like a new thing and we used to use them all the time. And now we're just like, how does physical media work? I know I have a bunch behind me. I know how my DVD player works. But when I go to my parents' house, I'm like, what's happening? And the amount of bickering that happens between me and my brother with that simple task every single time. Clockwork. So I just feel like they have that energy, and I love that. I love getting to see some of that like back and forth, genuine like laughter and like familiarity, right, with these two people that work together. I think it's just so nice to like at least have some kind of like confirmation. Oh, you did get along with like staff. And there were people that you're working with that were there to like support you and understand you. I feel like regardless of the struggles that come along with being in this industry, that at least having people around you that are like in your corner and that you can connect with, it like can make a world of difference.
근데 이런 게
우리들이 싸우는 이런 거에 근데 지친 표정이라고.
근데 이게 재밌어.
아, 그래.
의식해 의식해. 쉬운 이거 써야겠다.
제가 진짜 팀 생활하면서 제일로 슬펐던 하루를 꼽으라고 하면 작년 생일 카페를 갔는데 나는 재계약을 안 하고 우리가 모두가 재계약이 안 되고 끝나는 사실을 너무 알았는데 팬들이 너무 축하한다고 막 거기를 이제 가득 채워주고
Yeah, that would be difficult
생일 노래를
to know, but not like be telling it.
그 작년에 크리스마스 때 공연을 했을 때까지만 해도 못할 줄 몰랐거든요. 근데 생일 때는 거의 확실시돼 있었으니까 눈물이 너무 나는 거야. 약간 감정을 말로 표현할 수 없는 제일 생일 얘기하다 보니까 생각나.
Oh, you did great though. It was like, all things considered, I get it. I know contracts is like, I don't know, a bit of a touchy. Maybe it's just like me. I have such a difficult relationship when it comes to like conversations about contracts. I know every time a contract gets renewed, there's a bit of a like celebration because it's like we get to keep our group. But I always have a bit of a bittersweet feeling with that because on the one hand, I want to keep seeing my groups that I love and I want to keep seeing them perform and grow, especially for something like Dreamcatcher where I feel like there's so much potential there and I just want more people to like love and care about them the way that obviously all of us do. But at the same time, I'm also like, I'll never be on the side of a company. There's just like the punk in me is just, I can't side with a company. So I know that it's like a difficult conversation and we're not going to know about all of the details of what went into the why of all of their decisions when it came to like contracts and everything, but I love getting to see that they're all like doing stuff. Like she's putting out these videos and having some of the solo stuff that's been coming out and seeing like the other members like doing kind of vlog style things and like being in each other's vlogs, right? Like we're getting like little references to other members and what they're doing, and I think that's great too. Like I love getting to see them still like doing stuff together. They'll show up in social media posts. I think it was recently that there were a bunch of Gahyun posted some social media posts that were like her and Yuhyun, and I'm just like, I love that's still happening, right? Like that we get to see that they still care about each other and hang out with each other and support each other, and it's not the contract ended because they didn't actually get along or anything like that, right? Like it wasn't any kind of drama within like the members of the group, so at least we get to see crossover moments where they are like spending time together and having a fun time. But I really just like getting a little like catch up with her. I'm excited to see some of the more like vlog stuff with her as well, but I like that she just kind of had a sit down where it was like, all right, let's just go through some questions and share some stories, and she's a much faster talker than I thought. Maybe I just can't read fast because there were like editor notes too that sometimes I was like, am I getting everything? I'm like, you know what, it doesn't really matter. It's about the journey, okay? Not doing it perfect. I really loved that. I think it's so fun again to see some of the dynamic with her like hairstylist and even some of the people like behind the camera. They're like there on this journey, and just to get to hear her tell stories and get to reference back to other things, and obviously not being underneath the same contract, like bittersweet moment, but also means that she's allowed to talk about stuff in a way that she wasn't before and gets to connect in a different way, right? Like we get to see her in a different light than just like the idol member of Dreamcatcher, and she gets to bring more of who she is as a person. I think that there's something again like bittersweet but like freeing in that too, of that she gets to be a person now. Again, as someone who's done performance, it does feel strange at first, but I'm glad to see that she's doing her own thing and that she's like, I want to be doing stuff, right? Like that I can't just keep doing nothing and sitting around. It felt fine for a while, and now I'm like, all right, we need to do some other things. So I like getting a little bit of insight into that and just hearing like a different, I don't know, like a different perspective on some of the stuff in their career, because obviously hindsight, right? Like it's from the perspective of her now where she is in her life, as opposed to like in the moment where it can be a little bit more difficult to see some of that, especially for her. She was so young when she started with Dreamcatcher, right? That like, how do you look at that and understand like all of the nuances of what you were feeling or going through or what was going on? And then now that she has more experience and she's just older, I think that it's interesting to see how she reflects on those moments and getting to hear a little bit of that. And again, see some of the dynamic and see some of the things of like even what's going through her head right now, right? Like what comes to mind for her of where she's at in her life and like, what's going to happen going forward. And I think that is also an interesting perspective on all of it, to get a little bit more of that candid reflection of like where she's at internally, like some of the things that she's thinking about. So I'm excited to see more of what we're going to get with this whole, again, Dreamcatcher and their YouTuber era, and what projects we're going to get as they do whatever it is that they're going to be working on. I know that some of it's music, some of it's vlogs, some of it's doing a mixture of things. Who knows? I'm just excited to see where they end up going and to continue to get to see them like laugh and smile and hang out together. That's really all I want. I just want them to be happy. But I hope you enjoyed watching that along with me. You can click this place to go to my previous reactions, or you can subscribe so next time I post a Dreamcatcher reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye.